750 million people have smartphones and internet access, but most AI apps still feel out of reach because they speak English first. Sarvam AI is trying to fix that gap from India. The money is the headline, a reported $234 million round and a $1.5 billion valuation. But the real story is whether AI can work for India in the languages people actually use. Before the model, look at the builders. Vivek Raghavan worked on population-scale digital infrastructure around Aadhaar. Pratyush Kumar helped build AI for Bharat, one of the most important Indian language AI efforts. Sarvam was founded in Bengaluru in 2023. Within a short window, Sarvam became part of India's sovereign AI push. The important detail is not just grants or headlines. It is compute, deployment control, and the ambition to build foundation models inside India. India is not one language market. People switch between Hindi and English, Tamil and English, Marathi and Hindi, native scripts and Romanesque typing. That is where generic models often feel foreign. Sarvam's public platform is voice-heavy for a reason. It highlights text-to-speech across 11 Indic languages, speech recognition across 12, and translation across 23 languages. So this is not only a chatbot story. Sarvam's stack spans model APIs, speech, translation, document digitization, and voice agents. That matters because Indian AI adoption may start through calls and forms, not prompt boxes. In 2026, Sarvam announced Sarvam 30B and Sarvam 105B as open models. The company says they were trained from scratch in India using IndiaAI Compute. Here is the engineering detail that matters. Sarvam 105B uses a mixture of experts architecture, large total capacity, but only a smaller set of experts activates for each token. Think of it like a hospital. The building has hundreds of specialists, but for your appointment, only the right few walk into the room. That is how Mo tries to make a big model cheaper to run. Sarvam positions the 105B model as a heavier reasoning model, aimed at complex reasoning, programming, browsing, and agentic enterprise workflows. Sarvam 30B is the efficiency play, a smaller active model designed for lower latency conversations and voice agent deployments such as Samvad. The benchmark question is not only math or coding. The real test is Indian language behavior, native scripts, Romanesque writing, dialect, code mixing, and regional context. Even tokenization matters. If Indian language text becomes too many tokens, every request gets slower and more expensive. Sarvam says it optimized its tokenizer for Indic scripts. But benchmarks are not the story. Deployment is. The question is whether Sarvam can turn language capability into real workflows for banks, public services, commerce, and people who prefer voice. One major reported angle is Aadhaar. Sarvam has been linked with UIDAI work around multilingual voice interaction and secure deployment for public service workflows. For services at population scale, language is infrastructure. Another reported direction is voice-first commerce. Tell an assistant what you want, in Hindi or Hinglish or another Indian language, and let it complete the flow across apps and payments. The most interesting demo is simpler, AI over a regular phone call. No new app. No typing. No high-end smartphone. Just a voice interaction in the user's language. Sarvam has also described secure government-facing layers, including air-gapped deployment for critical environments. That is where sovereign AI becomes more than a slogan. On the enterprise side, Sarvam cites Tata Capital as a customer story, saying multilingual agents helped scale consumer loan conversations and increased engagement by 3 times. Sarvam also highlights more than 50,000 farmer feedback calls for farmer field school training programs in Maharashtra. This is where voice AI reaches people who may never type a prompt. Indian companies care because the economics are obvious, support is expensive, English-only service excludes millions, and regulated businesses need deployment control. Servam's enterprise pitch includes private cloud, on-premise, hybrid, and air-gapped deployment. That matters for banks and governments that cannot casually ship sensitive data to a random global API. Now the honest part. A funding round does not prove a platform. Cheap pricing can be a subsidy. Enterprise adoption is hard. And OpenAI, Google, and Meta are all fighting for the same Indian market. Servam's advantage is specificity, Indian languages, voice-first workflows, sovereign deployment, and local enterprise integration. If global models close the language gap, that moat gets tested. There is also a transparency question. Open weights are powerful, but the open source community will still care about training data, training code, evaluation details, and reproducibility. The roadmap is bigger models, coding specialized systems, agentic workflows, and multimodal conversation. But the real test is whether those models become reliable products people actually use. Efficiency may matter as much as scale. Servam talks about running across hardware tiers, and recent reports point toward phones, wearables, and local devices as distribution channels. If Servam solves India, the template travels, voice-first, local languages, on-premise sovereignty, and low-cost access for markets where global AI tools are available but not truly usable. So the big question is not whether Servam can build a model. It can. The question is whether India-focused AI can become the default layer for Indian businesses and public services. Watch 4 things next: enterprise adoption, voice quality in real accents, cost per workflow, and whether the next models close the gap with global frontier systems. Servam did not just build a better ChatGPT. It is trying to build a different kind of AI, optimized for people, languages, devices, and institutions that global AI was not designed around.